I'm going to talk about my friend Matthew a lot. He's right there. He's doing the sound. Give it up for Matthew. Love that. Good And okay, so the first story involves a car crash. Who here has had a car crash? Again, Sam. Not that much sound. You guys are fucking maniacs. The rest of you, do not leave the show tonight for your own safety until these people who you just saw scream have already left. You do not want to die. I don't want to be the cause of the death. So, play a story about my first car. I got it. It was great. It's a good car. And I was so excited to drive. I was driving everywhere. I was driving to the corner store. And I actually started a carpool service where I picked up everybody on my route to school. I picked up like 5 people. And Matthew was the last person to get picked up. So we had a full car. So I'm pulling into Matthew's house. Now, Matthew lives on like a kitty corner thing. If I had some chalk, the school could afford chalk. He kind of lives on like the corner here. And so just picture this. Okay, that's staying there. Moving it away. But picture. So he lives there, and there is a crescent right here. So his driveway's here, and there's a crescent that you have to back up into because the traffic's going this way. So you back it up into the crescent. This is just what I told the police officer after the crash too. So you have to pull up into the crescent, and there's traffic going this way, and then there's traffic coming this way. Now, there are medians where you can kind of cross over. So there's little segments in the medians where you can cross over. And that's back this way, about like 20 yards. So I'm actually, if I pull this off, I'm driving the wrong way for about 20 meters. But that's okay, because we're going to look, so that's going to be good. Look both ways. So I pick up Matthew in his house, right here, again. And he gets in the car, in the back seat, and I drive backwards. I'm driving backwards to get into the crescent, and I say, hey, driving backwards makes me feel like James Bond. And so I pull into the crescent, and I come out, and I get swiped by this car, and my bumper is like 3 blocks that way, and like my car is just in a heap of mess, and we have no idea what's going on, and like this is like a time of distress, and like who the hell knows, and then I hear a voice from the back, and it says, very 007. That was Matthew. That was Matthew. I never picked him up again. So. But another one recently is that Matthew's been having some issues with a friend that he's had for a long, long time. And this friend's kind of been bailing out. He's kind of turning into one of those like creepy stoner weirdos. And he's kind of pissing off Matthew, and I just tell him, like, yo, man, just drop that weight, meet some new friends, that's great, just, you know, drop that weight, go on. And Matthew turns to me and he says, Ian, realistically, I could probably stand to lose about 15 pounds. Drop that weight isn't really in my vocabulary. Again, giving it up for Matthew. One more story about Matthew. Right on, man. Awesome. One story in the Dane Cook section is the Dayquil story. Dayquil gets you high. Fact. I did not know that until I got high. Fact. I'm sitting in English class in grade 11 and I have a wicked head cold. Bleh. So I chug a bottle of Dayquil. You know, the more of a good thing, right? It's a good. Not a good sign. Don't do that. Same thing with like the don't drive home. So like you guys are writing this all down, right? Don't drive until the people who said we got into car crashes left. So don't drive until they leave, and then don't drink a lot of Dayquil. Write it down. And but yeah, I did it anyway. And I'm sitting in class, and we're going over grammar. And my teacher's kind of really stressing the point that it's a semicolon or a colon. Like it's really dangerous to use. Like it's dangerous to use these semicolons. And I'm in the front row, and I'm pretty fucked out of my head, and I'm saying, danger's my middle name. Surprisingly, everybody did laugh that time, so that was all good. Not like those uptight priests. And that leads us to the part where everyone has been waiting for, which is the relationships and dating segment of the show. Perfect. Who here has heard of AshleyMadison.com? I know Brendan has because he was the one who told me about it. This place is fucking crazy. It's a website for people who are married yet looking to have an affair. There's a website for this. You pay. It's like eHarmony, but it's like not held in, like it's not advertisements because you know they never put that on PBS. Well, hopefully not anyway. But AshleyMadison.com. Check it out. I would think that it would be pretty fucked up if in the internet history you're searching this and your wife finds AshleyMadison.com. I think that relationship is over. But it might be worse still if you found your wife's profile on AshleyMadison.com when you were searching for new lovers. I thought that was going to be pretty fucked up, but knows what I'm talking about. So, I will never do this again, by the way. On the topic of dirty things, Tiger Woods. His number is at 160 now, which I think is way past dirtbag. I think that's reached achievement level. Seriously, that's an achievement. How did she not know? Like, I mean, there must have been some close calls, where, you know, Tiger's say, oh, my wife's coming, you gotta go, and she's going out the back door, and like the wife sees her, she's like, hey, who was that? And he's like, oh, it's my caddy. She didn't think to ask, like, hey, the club's way more than she does. I don't know how she's going to be your caddy. But he's back on the golf course now, which is great because he's out of the tabloids and back on the golf course, which I think is perfect for his PR because nobody in their right mind watches golf, so he'll be safe. But, I'm not doing that joke, fuck that. Okay, here we go. Who here knows about Google computers? Sir, this is your time. This is your joke. Who here knows about Google computers? Anyone? Sarah knows. They are making Google computers to combat the market with Apple and all this kind of shit. And Google names everything kind of like Gmail, Gcal, G this, G that. I think the greatest name for their laptop would be G-Spot. But of course, if that was the case, you'd have to kind of make the power button like kind of underneath or to the right a little bit. I know it exists, I know where to find it. Have me after the show. You're up there and you're trying to turn it on, but like you're struggling a little bit. I can just picture the scenario where a guy comes home after like a long day's work and he just wants to play with his computer, but his computer just wants to sleep. Like, has to call up tech support, would be like Virgin Mobile or some shit. But Facebook. Who knows about Facebook? Everybody likes Facebook. I actually love Facebook too. More so when I first got it. I was addicted to Facebook. I was updating my status on the double every 5 seconds. Ian is about to take a shower. Ian is taking a shower. Ian just took a shower. Ian is reflecting on a shower. Got to the point where, not what you think, clean showers. So I was getting to the point where I was like addicted and my friends were kind of starting to get worried about me. They decided to have an intervention to get me off of Facebook, and it would have worked, but to organize it, they made it an event on Facebook, so it didn't really come through for me. But Facebook is great because it kind of acts as like a relationship solidifier, if you will, I guess. Because if it doesn't say you're in a relationship on Facebook, but you think you're in a relationship, you are not in a relationship. They should ask that when you're going to get your marriage license. Before you get your marriage license, they should say like, hey, does it say you're a couple on Facebook? Because if not, then I'm going to have to wait, and you can make that happen, and then I'll get your marriage license. I don't think anyone should get married unless they are in a relationship on Facebook. That's just how I feel. And you don't have to agree with me, but you can be wrong, so that's cool. But Facebook, one thing that it does that is kind of shitty is that it's made picking up girls like a lot creepier. Before Facebook, you would go. This is what I do like all the time. Just like constantly like pick up girl, yes, go. before you would kind of ask for digits, and you'd be like, give me your phone number, and she could just be like, oh, just, 5555555. Okay, you get there. But now it's a little creepier because some guy comes up to you at a bar and says, hey baby, what's your first, last name, and where do you live? I'm gonna add you on Facebook. I'm not giving that guy anything, fuck that. But I do love being in relationships. I love relationships because they're really great. A lot of good things about it is that my house is like a lot cleaner when I'm in a relationship. That part, I'm the one who cleans it. Yeah, that's a little bit bad. But one thing that I do love about relationships is kind of like just being together, growing together. It's really good. I became a good boyfriend recently because before that I would not do it. I would not, and girls know what it is because it is going to the store and picking up that product once a month. Tough. Very, very tough. The first time I went, I was like, whoa. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. There are so many choices. It's like, there's picking up gum. Like this is insane. I'm wide-eyed, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, what do I do? And it came with like the added problem of the fact that I was nervous as shit going over there. So I'm like trying to look at the stuff, but like people are walking by and I'm trying to like grab my crotch and like enunciate my Adam's apple and say like, hey, no, this isn't for me. This is for a girl. Yeah, this isn't mine. This is cool. Yeah, this is just for someone else. That's fine. That's what that is. Now I don't even do that anymore. Now I'm a fucking pro. Now when it's time of that month and it's an emergency and she hasn't picked it up, I ask the important questions. I'm just like, hey, boom, brand, inside, outside, compact, extends, front coverage, back coverage. Low flow, heavy pull. You want wings?